What's an example of toxic femininity? Shaming other girls/women for not doing/liking the same things you do and implying that their preferences make them not real women or similar. Basically saying that your way to be a woman is the only valid way. My friend group used to be painfully toxic. It drove me crazy. My two closest female friends were pretty into going out on weekends, really dressed up, to get guys' attention. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that except for the fact that they disliked that I didn't join them. Me, a lesbian who, at the time, was in a serious relationship. They'd get upset that I chose skinny jeans and cardigans over cocktail dresses and heels. I wore a lot of flats, and tried to make me feel bad about myself so that I'd be more like them. They invited me to a party once that required dresses, so me, who wasn't super into them at all at the time, being me, I borrowed one and they begged me to not wear a cardigan just because they thought I should show more skin at parties. I brought a cardigan with me, put it on, and found a guy in an outlandish tux who helped me do shenanigans all night. Stayed friends with the guy and talked to neither of the girls anymore because their expectations were unrealistic and they liked me better as who they wanted me to be than who I was. One got married to a guy who likes Skyrim. I also like Skyrim. She judged me for liking Skyrim but let him go on and on about it and agreed with opinions. Some people, believing that it's a man's job to impress her when she's dating. Fuck that. If you like someone, act as though you like them. Dating is an equal exchange of time and emotional labor. If she feels like she needs further financial compensation beyond that, paying for the food/show/whatever it is, then maybe she don't like him enough. Believing there is a certain way to be a woman and using social pressure to enforce that on other women and punish those who act differently. Denigrating other women for not dressing fashionably or wearing makeup or putting family first or whatever their stereotype of being properly feminine is. Expecting a guy to pay for everything. Not splitting the bill/taking turns paying for something you've enjoyed together. I was once told by an elder female colleague at after work drinks that a guy should always pay the bill because the whole premise of a date is that you fuck at the end, and he will be expecting that outcome. Therefore, if I pay half or just for the things that I ordered, then that's like paying the guy to sleep with me. And that is still the most sexist thing somebody has ever said to me. My ex-boss, female, who spoke about feminism and woman empowerment and then gave my female colleague anxiety attacks though persistent bullying. That's essentially the office equivalent of noticing on Facebook that the school bully you remember is running a fundraiser for mental health awareness. Unfortunately, victim signaling is quite commonly associated with dark tribe personality traits which can often detract from real victims. Reminds me of a girl in high school. Cheerleader and head of yearbook stuff. She ran a cyberbully awareness campaign but got caught changing a girl's name in the yearbook from Annalie to Annalie. It was known she didn't like Annalie, so it was clear what her intention was. Fake domestic violence or rape accusations. This is why I feel like the phrase "every woman should be believed" should be changed to "every woman should be taken seriously." Not every woman is truthful, so we can't go in with the mindset of "oh, she's definitely innocent." At the same time, we can't let cases of false accusations prevent us from taking a case seriously because she may be another liar. Sadly, people are bound to make decisions on who's innocent and who's not without even watching the trial. Yeah, I've heard someone say that the victim should always be believed, but the ironic thing was the self-proclaimed victim was lying and the actual victim didn't do anything. Whatever is happening in Facebook birthing/mom groups. Some women are so out of touch with reality and high on toxic femininity that they think their uteruses are better than any doctor and that their feminine intuition supersedes any medical testing or intervention available today. Women are being brainwashed into skipping fetal testing and to avoid medical intervention even in life or death situations. It is literally killing mothers and babies and injuring a lot more. Edit. This isn't natural selection. Innocent babies are being harmed and are dying. It's brutal. I'm in a group because I did an online birthing course and they have a group for asking questions. Sometimes the posts are fine, like what kind of sunscreen do you recommend for sensitive skin or what are your favorite toys for a 6-month-old, so I stay in for those because sometimes they are useful. Then there's a huge amount of anti-vax, don't trust your doctor, don't run tests bullshit. My daughter has a condition that was picked up through those tests and it's super easily treated, but without it we would likely not have known for years and she could have had major issues from it. It's infuriating to see so many people against basic science that can help their children. Edited some weird extra words. That's what I get for typing while holding the baby, lol. It's even more infuriating when you find out how many of these anti-science women work as nurses and are in charge of other people's medical care, defaulting to the female parental figure in all things child-related. I worked an hour's drive away, my husband worked 15 minutes away. We clearly listed him as the primary emergency contact on all school forms and even noted that he was closest. We told the kid to specifically request they call Dad. Every time there was an emergency, guess who got called? I would then instruct them to call my husband because my leaving work to take the kid home means they have to deal with an extra hour or so of projectile vomit, or whatever. We ended up just listing his number as mine. Stupid. I had a similar problem with my ex and the school would always call/email her about anything that needed attention. I have primary custody of our son, so he's with me 90% of the time. I explained this to the school multiple times, but they'd still call her if he needed his homework, special lunch, permission slip signed, etc. They'd call her, then she'd call me, and I'd have to call the school. They finally got the message that she's not the best contact person after the 100th time they called her, and she had no idea what they were talking about. Not to mention when they'd call her 3 times to come pick him up if he was sick and she doesn't answer her phone during the day and doesn't have a car. I see a lot of body positive women that shit on my girlfriend for working out and keeping her body hairless. They always say she should be more loving of her body and embrace her body hair. It's annoying. She does it cause she likes it. She goes to the gym and does deadlifts cause it empowers her and makes her feel amazing. Like, we all have different ideals and visions for our life. And after moisturizing herself and shaving, she likes to rub her legs together like a cricket. And nobody should be taking that little slice of heaven from her. This is what drives me crazy. Body positivity is about accepting all, big, small, hairy, bald, whatever. It's not about telling anyone how they should be different. I'm sorry your GF experiences this. Shave/wax/nair or whatever way I say. Women can be very cruel to each other. I've had people talk shit about me in whatever state my body's in at that time. You can be shamed for being skinny, gaining weight, being muscular, or getting plastic surgery. Some women are only body positive for themselves or what they consider their ideal. It's very, very hypocritical. My mom doesn't like makeup, piercings, or dyed hair. I'm the complete opposite of my mom. And she always brings it up. Like, you look so much better without makeup or dyeing your hair. Why did you get a piercing? Blah blah blah. Clearly I like myself this way or I wouldn't do it. Same reason for why she chooses not to. I wish people would just STFU. Lol.